We all know about TikTok.
So good.
And whether or not you like it, Book Talk has completely taken over the reading community. Through these Book Talk recommendations, I have found some of my favorite books of all time, but I've also found some of my most hated. In today's video, I'm tier ranking every single Book Talk book I've ever read, and I've read a lot of books. At this point in my adult reading journey, I've read 122 books, and of those 122 books, 52-ish have been TikTok recommendations. Since that's so many books, I'm gonna break this down into categories. So I'm gonna start with the biggest category, which is first tier is Zooey Mama. I feel like that doesn't need an explanation. Like, Zooey Mama, we know what that means. Next tier is Victory Royale. Again, I feel like I don't need to say much. The books that are gonna go into this category are good. They are great, but there's something about them that just didn't give that zing that a Zooey Mama gives. Like, I cannot proclaim Zooey Mama with confidence, therefore Victory Royale. It's a good book, but it's not perfect. The third tier is, you know what? Yeah. I'm not gonna obsess over these books, but for what they are, they're good. I understand why some people love them, but they're not for me. I thought they were fine. The fourth tier is The Crowd Goes Mild. No one's cheering at this. If anything, there's a single clap. This tier, I don't understand why people love these books. I truly don't. Last tier is Straight Buns, because these books are cheeks. Like,
you need to leave.
No one's reading these, and if you are reading these, I feel bad that you just spent 6 to 8 hours reading this book. I rarely rate books 1 star, but if I rated a book 1 star, it's going in this tier. Let's get into it. Let's just get Colleen Hoover out of the way. My first introduction to adult reading was through Colleen Hoover. So in a way, I have a soft spot for her. So although I don't love a lot of her books, and they're definitely like corny and not super well done, I do appreciate them for what they were at the time. And yeah, I am happy that I read them because I wouldn't be here without them. So Ugly Love, this book will never be able to recover from the TikTok scandals about the kids' big balls. I can't even say it. That is so awkward. As you guys probably know, there were pages that got viral because in this book, the parents talk about their kids' big balls.
What?
That's a real thing that happened. So anyways, this book is gonna go in, what just happened? So if you guys just saw what happened on my screen, Ugly Love and It Ends With Us ended up in The Crowd Goes Mild. I would actually say that It Ends With Us is a you know what, yeah. Only because, for one, I feel kind of bad that Colleen Hoover got completely shit on. She gets so much shit on the internet, and I kind of feel bad for her. The movie was like kind of cringe. Blake Lively's outfits were so horrendous, like it's actually crazy. And the other guy, the man bun guy,
Hell no.
I don't really care about him either. November 9th, I honestly don't remember anything about this book, so let's put it in Crowd Goes Mild. I remember a lot of people hating on it, but at the time that I read it, I actually really liked it. Now I don't really remember, like I said, so let's put it there. Colleen Hoover, All Your Perfects. This was one that I literally rated 5 stars. I thought it was so good that I recommended it to people. I'm gonna put it in you know what, yeah, because at the time I liked it. So you know what, yeah. I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, I didn't really like it. Like, at all. I'm gonna say The Crowd Goes Mild, even though I know the crowd was screaming for this book. Y'all ate this book up. I, however, did not love this, so I'm sorry. I think Every Summer After did a better job at the teenage romance than this book ever did. This book does not compare to the relationship that Persephone and Sam had in Every Summer After. Sorry, that's my opinion. This book wasn't that good. I literally rated Love in Other Words 2 stars. Next is The Love Hypothesis. This book, I don't really care about this book. I never think about it, but I remember at the time I liked it, so I'm gonna put it in you know what, yeah. Okay, next on this list is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I thought this book was really cute, but at the end I was confused how these people were gonna end up together and lasting. I thought they were super, super different from each other in a way that didn't really make sense to me in the end. So I did like this book a lot, but I'm going to put it in you know what, yeah. I feel like that's crazy for an Emily Henry, but I'm gonna do that and I feel pretty solid about that. However, Beach Read, I'm gonna put in Victory Royale. I really liked Beach Read. And same with Book Lovers, I really love this book and I recommended it to a lot of my friends. Book Lovers going in Victory Royale. Happy Place, I didn't love Happy Place. I didn't love it. I'm going to put it in, you know what, yeah. And last, Funny Story. Funny Story is my favorite Emily Henry book. That is going in Zooey Mama. easily. That's the first one in there. Cool. Next is Better Than the Movies. I think that I'm debating, you know what, yeah, or Victory Royale, but I think I have to put it in Victory because I really liked it. It was so freaking cute. I think I rated it like 4.5 stars. If I would have read it when I was younger, oh my god, I would have obsessed over this book. Before We Were Strangers, I did not like Before We Were Strangers very much because the guy character annoyed the hell out of me. So my Goodreads rating was 2.5 stars. I said, I read this in one day because I was initially hooked by the relatability of the female love interest. However, the book didn't stay in good favor for long. The story felt almost too real. The characters were flawed, they made bad choices, and had real problems, and although this makes for an incredibly realistic storyline, it doesn't allow for the escapism that I long for when reading romance. For instance, the male love interest was very imperfect, to put it lightly. He was consistently making himself out to be the victim, and it was throwing me off. I love a flawed character, but a flawed character with no self-awareness who was written to be this amazing right person, wrong time relationship is not it. Still wondering how he got away with blaming all the women in his life for his problems, even though he was more than half responsible for every issue that he faced. Mainly, I think I'm just salty that he dated and married another woman for 8 years, all while secretly still infatuated with his first love. Why do people date when they're not yet healed from their past relationships? Don't get with someone new while still fantasizing about your ex, freak. So, safe to say I didn't love this book. I did give it a 2.5 stars, but I think I'm gonna say The Crowd Goes Mild because I just did not understand the hype. Next is A Not So Meet Cute. I honestly don't remember this book, but when I look back at my Goodreads, I really liked it when I read it. I'm gonna put it in You Know What, Yeah, because it wasn't anything special, but apparently at the time I liked it. That's where we're gonna put it. By a Thread by Lucy Score. I still remember this book, and I remember reading it on the shuttle on my way to campus, and I literally was like smiling and trying to not to giggle out loud. Some of the sex scenes in here are crazy, but it was like crazy entertaining and crazy funny. I really like this book. I'm gonna say Victory Royale for this, which might be crazy, but that's where it's going. I'm about to read another Lucy Score book, Things We Never Got Over. I barely started it, but I do like that book. I think that'll be the book that I read in my next video. We'll see. That book was thick. But I was entertained throughout it and it was so fun. So Every Summer After, if you saw my last reading video, I'll link it right here. I talked about Every Summer After pretty thoroughly and I actually did a reading vlog reaction to this book. I loved this book at the beginning and then the end completely shocked me and shattered me. So I think I'm gonna put it in You Know What, Yeah. It could have so easily been a Victory Royale or a Zooey Mama even, but she didn't need it at the end. Like I was so mad, genuinely angry. Hell no, bro. Ugh, bro, don't piss me off. So pissed. Okay, the next book that I'm going to talk about is 7 Days in June. This is going to be such an unpopular opinion, but I didn't love 7 Days in June. And I'm going to put it in You Know What, Yeah, because there is so much power to the story. I was just looking for the characters to have conversations about the relationship that they had in the past and how it shaped them into the people that they are today, because I loved the people that they were in the present, but I didn't feel like there was enough connection between their past selves and their current selves and all of the healing and growing they had to do between that time in order to still have this love for each other. Genuinely, these people know each other for a total of 14 days. And by the end of the 14 days, they are infatuated, and 7 of those days were spent 10 years ago. How on earth are we going to have this deep connection without having a deep conversation? I did not understand it. I didn't like that. Putting it in You Know What, Yeah, but no, I'm not gonna put in The Crowd Goes Mild, but it's like between those for me. But I would read it again to maybe see, no, I wouldn't. I don't know why I'm saying that. Next book is Archer's Voice. I read this in like 2020 and I loved it. Like I was obsessed with it. I'm gonna put it in Zooey Mama only because that was my favorite book at the time. Like I had not read anything as good as this book. So I'm putting it there, but I honestly right now would probably put it in Victory Royale, but I'm gonna trust my past self. She really thought this was good and I'm gonna leave it up in Zooey Mama. I think Funny Story needs some company, so I'm just gonna put it there for now. Okay, Magnolia Parks, Victory Royale, easily. I don't know why I was so entertained by the messy, toxic relationship that this is, but I was, and I'm not gonna lie about it. Victory, easily. Like, let's move on. If You Had Been With Me was super popular. People were talking all about how it made them cry, I literally didn't even tear up. Not a single tear was shed. Therefore, mild. Honestly, might put it in Straight Buns, but... Next, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I honestly don't really remember this book. Is this the book where she was like shitting on her mom the whole time for no reason? I didn't love that. I'm gonna say The Crowd Goes Mild, but I honestly don't even remember my rating for this book. It was probably mid. We're starting with Punk 57, which is a crazy book. It was very smutty in like a Wattpad way, so it wasn't even well done in my opinion. I'm putting that in The Crowd Goes Mild. Honestly, might even be a Straight Buns, but I'm gonna be nice. Birthday Girl. I honestly don't even know like how to talk about this book. All I'm gonna say is A 19-year-old girl who had a boyfriend ends up dating the boyfriend's father, okay? 38-year-old man, and he's into it. And they end up together in the end. That's not okay with me. So therefore, the crowd goes mild?
Huh?
I should be putting it in straight buns, but I feel so bad putting something in straight buns. There is one book on this list that's going there, and I know it is, but I can't, I feel like I can't do it, because there were things about Birthday Girl that I liked. So we're not gonna talk about that anymore. Darling Venom. Booktubers that I loved Darling Venom, but when I read it, it was literally comical. That's like pushing it. There was a lot about Darling Venom that was good and deep. It was dealing with grief in a way that was well done. But then all of the scenes that were romantic were so comedic. Like, they were laughably Wattpad and cringy. Like, I literally wrote a list on Goodreads of all the cringe shit that they did in the book and all the cringy ass shit that he said to her in the book. It was crazy. So I'm gonna put it in the crowd goes mild. There's entertainment value there for sure. Same with Punk 57. Like, just because of how insane these books are, they are entertaining, but it's not a good book to me. Like, it wasn't written very well. Maybe like a single clap or 2 claps. Haunting Adeline was the first true dark romance that I read, and it was shocking. Like, my jaw was on the floor most of the book, but it was so freaking entertaining and honestly really good. In like a super disturbing way. If you've never read a dark fantasy, it's going to disturb you, but it's a victory royale. I'm sorry. I need to speed this up because my camera's about to die. The Silent Patient. I'm gonna say the crowd goes mild just because it shocked me at the end, but this book thoroughly pissed me off. If you want any of my thoughts about these books, go to my Goodreads and I will literally rip into these. But for right now, crowd goes mild. We're gonna move on. I don't really care about that book. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. You know what, yeah, not much to say there though. Like, it was fun, but whatever. Good Girl, Bad Blood, same thing. I don't remember that at all, actually. I don't remember either of those books' plot lines, but I do remember having a good time, and I love when books include like little messages or like diary entries. I think it's super fun. The Housemaid. I don't really like Frida McFadden that much, but I remember this book was my favorite of all her books, so I'm going to put it in, you know what, yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna be confident about that. I'm putting it in, you know what, yeah, and that's where it's staying. No Exit was a super fast-paced book. As soon as I picked it up, I stayed in the same spot, finished it that day. So for that, it's a good book, but the ending was like funny to me in a way. The antagonist was so comically the bad guy that it made me laugh. So I'm gonna say the crowd goes mild because I didn't really like that book and I never recommended it to anyone after I finished it. Behind Closed Doors, the concept is cool and the book was cool in a way. I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah, because it was better than No Exit, but I didn't love it. The next books I'm about to rate are by Riley Sager. I don't like his writing. With that said, I'm putting both these books in The Crowd Goes Mild. I'm gonna be confident in that. I don't like his books. They do read really quickly, which I appreciate, but then at the end, they always disappoint me, so. Okay, next one, Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. Everyone hyped this book up so much, so maybe the hype just made me get disappointed in it, but I didn't like this book either. Crowd Goes Mild. It was entertaining, it was quick to read, but when we got to the end, I was like, what the hell is going on? What is this book? The Kind Worth Killing, I literally don't remember. Like, I can't say a single thing about this book. I'm gonna say Crowd Goes Mild because I don't remember it. Gone Girl, I was expecting so much from Gone Girl and it did not deliver. The guy's point of view, he's like literally insufferable. Like, I don't like him. He was talking about so much random shit while his wife is missing and he doesn't sound like he cares about her whatsoever. It was stupid. And then, okay, well, I can't say what happens at the end. I feel like he is stupid and I don't like him and therefore the crowd goes mild. Sorry. Okay, Behind Her Eyes, I actually remember liking this book. I thought that the author wrapped up the ending really well. So I'm gonna put this in, you know what, yeah. Verity is an interesting one. I was really entertained by it and I read it very quickly. I liked this book at the time. I think I rated it 3 or 3.5 stars. I definitely had some complaints, but I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah, because you know what, yeah, I fuck with that book enough to put it there. Next up, we have the ACOTAR series. I didn't finish this series because the second book was just so freaking long that I didn't care anymore. A Court of Thorns and Roses, I liked enough to put it in, you know what, yeah. feel pretty solid about that. A Court of Mist and Fury I liked more than A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I don't feel like putting it in Victory Royale. I don't know. A Court of Mist and Fury feels like it belongs in between, you know what, yeah, and Victory Royale. I'm going to put it in Victory Royale only because it's so long and I actually got through it, but I think it took me like 5 or 6 months to finish, which is insane. Okay, actually, yeah. Just because of how long it took me to finish, I'm moving it down to, you know what, yeah. Because I did like it, but I never really think about it, honestly. The Inheritance Games was fun and cute. I don't really care about it that much, but I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah. Because I do remember it was entertaining. I just had a lot of unanswered questions at the end. I would probably read the next book. I don't know if I would. I'm gonna leave it there though. Once Upon a Broken Heart. This book was super overhyped and it honestly disappointed me. I'm gonna put it in The Crowd Goes Mild, which might be crazy because I think I rated it like 3.5 stars, but there wasn't that much going on and I didn't really care. The Cruel Prince I liked a lot. I'm gonna put it in Victory Royale just because this was the first time I ever picked up a book and went straight into the next book and then finished the series all within like a week. So just because of that, I'm gonna put them all in Victory Royale, honestly. Because I did have a fun time reading these books and I actually remember the plot lines, which I can't say for a lot of the books that are lower on my tier ranking. So there we go. Fourth Wing.
Daddy, chill.
I love Fourth Wing. I honestly think Fourth Wing might be like top 3 books ever in my life ever. Like I genuinely loved Fourth Wing so much. Easy Zooey Mama. Fourth Wing is representative of what a Zooey Mama is. I love Fourth Wing. And I'm honestly shocked I haven't even read Iron Flame yet, so that needs to happen soon. Zayden Ryerson needs to be mine, like simply. I was pretending I was the girl. Anyways, Divine Rivals is next. I am gonna put it in, you know what, yeah. Because, yeah, like it was good. I liked it. If you want to hear more of my thoughts, go back to this video because I talk about Divine Rivals in there. I explain all of my critiques in that video, so I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah, it's like kind of a mid to good book for me. It's a 3.5 stars, so that's where that goes. Powerless, I really liked Powerless. My top fantasy books right now are Fourth Wing and Powerless is right under it. But I'm still going to put them both in Zooey Mama because that's what they deserve. They deserve a Zooey Mama. Both of those books are amazing and I love them. Next on our list, we have The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I didn't really like this when I read it. It was so boring. I did not understand why everybody was obsessed with it. I honestly want to put it in Straight Buns, but I feel bad, so I'm putting it in The Crowd Goes Mild. I just don't care. Like, I simply don't care. Like, I was reading about him, and he kept being explained as, like, a gifted and talented, like, prodigy kid, and the writing was, like, middle school level. What's that about? I was confused. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is an entertaining book. I read it in like a day. I thought it was fun. I just don't really care about her. So I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah, because I care about her more than I care about this guy from whatever this book is. I forgot his name. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I appreciated how real and raw this book was. It felt like I was reading about actual people that exist in our reality. I wasn't obsessed with it. If I watch the TV show, I will probably understand Sally Rooney's writing better and have more of an appreciation for this book. But because I haven't, I think that's why I'm gonna put it in, you know what, yeah. Because I do like it, but I wasn't obsessed with it. I was a little bit confused by her writing style. I also might need to read more of her books just to kind of understand her as an author because the world was kind of weird to me. Like, it felt like reality, but slightly shifted, and that might be her thing. That's that one. And the final book is The Diary of an Oxygen Thief, which is going in Straight Buns. I don't like this book. I don't think it was good. And the main character / narrator is insufferable, and I don't like him. Thank you. So this is my final tier ranking. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm satisfied with everything that's in here. I have a few that like might need to be rearranged a little bit, but overall, this is my tier ranking. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this video at least inspire you to read Funny Story, Archer's Voice, Powerless, or Fourth Wing, because those books are amazing and great. And then also everything in my Victory Royale tier I think is worth a read. And even stuff in my you know what, yeah, I would recommend. Those are my opinions. If you don't agree, please hash it out with me in the comments. We can fight about your favorite book and I'll go to bat for mine. Based on everything you saw in this video today, if you have any recommendations for me, make sure that you leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. I'm always looking for new books. If you like this video, leave a like. If you like me, subscribe. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. Now that everyone's gone, we can really talk. Okay, so today is Sunday. On Tuesday, I have a freaking hair appointment to go blonde. So in my next video, I'm going to be blonde in it. That's crazy. I'm getting a balayage. I've gotten it twice before. I'll put a picture of the first and second time I got my hair done. The first one doesn't look that good, but the second one, she eats. Oh my God, I want to be her. And my hair right now is like really short, so I'm kind of bummed about that. The last time I tried to cut my hair myself, I like thinned it all out so much. So that's why my hair is like round up top and then so thin and sparse at the bottom. I don't like it. Like, I wish I never would have done that. I should have left my hair so I can look like her. Like, come on now. Ugh. I just realized I probably was pointing to the wrong... Is this where the info card is? I was probably pointing to the wrong spot the whole time. Anyways, so I'm getting my hair done on Tuesday. So my next video, I'll have blonde hair. And hopefully I look good, but if I don't look good, then don't comment about it because I will probably cry. I'm happy you guys joined me for this extra section of Yap. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've made it to the end, I'm literally shocked. Leave a blonde hair emoji comment if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found a couple recommendations from this video, or I hope you were entertained. And if you weren't, leave a hate comment. If it's funny enough, I will pin it. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye.